Hello and welcome back to the Career Mode series. Today we're at Baku for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. We got on to the end of our first flying lap and we go P2, but we're going to have to go for a second lap. And now we cut to that second lap and it jumps us up to P3, which should put us in to Q2. And cutting to our lap in Q2, we go into P2, which should put us into Q3. And now cutting on to our lap in Q3, and this lap will put us into P6 on the grid.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Massa, Hülkenberg, Daniel Ricciardo, and Toro Rosso, Rosberg, Verstappen, Sainz, and Valtteri Bottas, Button, Grosjean, Esteban Gutierrez, and Vettel, Raikkonen, Alonso, Rio Haryanto, and Pascal Wehrlein, Ericsson and Palmer, Felipe Nasser, and Kevin Magnussen rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
So it is 5 red lights for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix at Baku, and away we go. Looks like we've got a wee bit of wheel spin at the start, but Hülkenberg is challenging his teammate Perez into turn 1 as we dive up the inside, but we kind of cut the corner a bit to overtake Massa, so we let him back through into P4, and now we're going to follow behind him out of turn 2 and possibly get a run on him going down into turn 3, but we don't do that. Now we cut on to the end of the first lap, and Massa is looking to overtake Hülkenberg in the distance up ahead, and he has completed the move going into turn 1. And that was an easy move for Felipe into turn 1, and now we're going to look to the battle for 7th position, and it looks like Carlos Sainz is going to overtake both the Red Bulls and Nico Rosberg for a possible triple overtake. Can he hold it around the outside of Rosberg? Yes, he can. So that is Sainz up to P7 from P10 coming out of the penultimate corner. But now we're going to cut to the end of lap 2 and we've overtaken Nico Hülkenberg for 4th place. As we start lap 3 and DRS is enabled, we get a bit of oversteer there. And now we're going to cut back to the battle for 7th as Verstappen is going to look to take away 7th from Carlos Sainz, and he makes the move, and now that is Verstappen into 7th position in this Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And we are now going to cut to lap 5 where there's been a yellow flag behind and Rio Haryanto is out of the race. I wonder what has happened to him, and the virtual safety car is deployed, so let's go and see what happens. And it's an engine blowout for the Manor driver. Very unlucky for him as he parks it on the exit of turn 1. And now we're going to cut back to the battle for 7th once more, and this time it looks like Rosberg has overtaken Carlos Sainz and Ricciardo has also overtaken Sainz, so he has lost 2 positions to Rosberg and to Ricciardo. And now we cut to lap 8 as we come into the pits for a bit of an earlier stop than the rest of the field onto the soft tyres, so let's see if it works out. But we're going to cut to lap 8 and it looks like there's a yellow flag and Hülkenberg is parked on the left of the track there. I wonder what has happened. Let's take a look at a replay, and it is a front left puncture for the Force India driver. Very unlucky for him, and that is not what the German would have wanted in this race, as he has lost a lot of time and also a lot of positions to everyone. And we cut to lap 9 as we go up the inside of Julian Palmer and we make the move stick. Now we cut on later to the lap where it looks like Ericsson is battling with Massa and the virtual safety car has been deployed for a second time. I wonder if it's to do with that Hulkenberg incident. As we now cut to the restart of this virtual safety car, we're going to look to overtake Felipe Massa with some DRS. We're going to look to get some toe off Ericsson as he goes into the pits. We're going to go into turn 1. I'm going to go up the inside of the Brazilian driver, and we are now up into P10. But now we're going to cut to lap 13, and we're under pressure from Ricardo, going into turn 2, I think that is, yeah. And we have lost P5 to the Aussie driver, and now we're going to come under pressure from Rosberg as well, going down into turn 3. And will we hold it around the outside? No, we can't, and we've lost P6 again. And now, cutting to the end of lap 13, we are under pressure from Verstappen this time. So the soft tyres are not working out for us, and it's turned out to be a bad decision to pit early. As we try and look up the inside, going into turn 2, but we're going to have to get a good exit if we're going to keep the position. And it looks like we've held it for now, but is he going to come back at us going into turn 3? Yes, he is. And we're going to try and hold around the outside, but Verstappen hits the wall, and that slows us down dramatically as we have lost a lot of momentum there, and we lose the position to Verstappen. I wonder if he has any damage there. We're going to cut to the end of lap 15, and we're now under pressure from Sebastian Vettel. So these soft tyres are not working for us. We just do not have the pace. We look to go up the inside, but we think better of it. And we're going to go to an outboard shot as Alonso comes out the pits, and he's going to go side by side with Vettel going to turn 2, but he slows us down, and that could leave us with a chance to overtake the Spaniard going down the back straight. And we go into the slipstream of Vettel, and we've overtaken Alonso going into turn 3. And now we cut to lap 16, and we are now under pressure from Fernando as he is going to overtake us down into turn 1, and we have lost another position. And now we cut to lap 19, and we're going to come into the pits for a second stop onto a set of super soft tyres, but we're going to go down into 17th position. So we're going to have to hope that either some drivers pit or something just happens as we cut to lap 19, as we just have a lot more grip than Ericsson does, and it looked like a dive bomb, but it wasn't really, as we just had superior grip. But we're going to cut to the checkered flag, and it's a very disappointing P16. If you did enjoy this episode of the Korean Wood series, do leave a like, share the video around, and subscribe to the channel for more F1 videos, including this series and the Sergio Perez career. So see you next time for that, and goodbye.